Hi, I'm Joe with Gramophone, and we're here talking with Frankie Bina of Shanling. Frankie, how are you doing?
Doing very well. First time in New York.
Yes.
We are excited to join the Ken Jam, so let's people come and see the devices.
Very good. It seems like at Gramophone and at Sky by Gramophone, our online presence, we're selling more and more streaming products every month. It's just a growing category because people love the convenience and the sound. So Frankie, if you don't mind, let's maybe start not by talking about the products, but just give us a little bit of a flavor of who Shanling is, how you guys came to this part of the market and so forth.
So the history of Shanling actually starts in late 80s.
Yep.
And we are actually one of the older HiFi manufacturers in China. The big history of Shanling is with CD players, amplifiers, and also OEM for lots of big HiFi brands.
Yes.
And for over the years, the Shanling was kind of following the HiFi trends. So in early 2000s, it was a lot into the CD players.
Yes.
And since then, people remember the Shanling CD players.
Yes.
Because they had a very unique design with top opening CD player and the tubes.
Yep.
And that was early 2000s. Then in 2015-16, we switched to the more of the DAPs, the portable players.
Yep.
And then that was kind of our reintroduction back to the international market.
Yes.
And in past 4 or 5 years, we started switching back again to the desktop devices.
Yes.
And a little bit more focus on the headphone space in the beginning.
Yes.
But over the past 2 years, we went much more into the CDs and also to the streamers.
Yes.
And so nowadays, we have very wide product range, ranging from 35 USD of small USB DACs up to the CD players at 19,000 USD.
Yes.
And everything in between.
Yes.
So for the Shanling, we have the heritage of the audio. People really like our kind of house sound, which is always more on the warm sound, a little bit more relaxed.
Yes.
And then it comes in many different packages. And so with the Shanling, really, if you need some small CD player, big streamer, things to go with your headphones, or nowadays even the headphones, we kind of follow everything in that range.
Good, good. Now maybe you can talk about a couple things in particular. The CD60 we're doing very good business with. And also if you can just talk a little bit about the streamer. So maybe those two things, and then anything else that you want to touch on would be great.
Okay, so I will start with the CR60. It's our...
CR60.
It's our second cheapest CD player. And it's a very compact design. It's also powered by USB-C. So for people that have kind of very messy or busy rigs, they can easily integrate it because you can run it. If you have, like, for example, streamer, you can power it by the USB output from the streamer by itself. So you can skip any other power cables. So it's a very compact device. It is mainly digital transport.
Yes.
What's kind of unique for our CD players, we offer USB output, which currently is, I think, only 2 or 3 companies on the market that have such feature. So it is very well suited for the modern DACs, because lots of DACs nowadays are switching to USB input only.
Yes.
And the CR60 can be running directly with them. It can even power them directly. Lots of people, they have the very powerful USB dongles, and they can just have it connected with this one if they want the kind of simple CD setup. And the other function of it is the CD ripping.
Yes.
So it is possible to rip to the streamers, to the computer, to our portable players, or even to some Android phones. And so we really released this as kind of simplified CD transport with the ripping functions. We have some other CD players that are more focused. We have like the ET3 that's also sold by Gramophone.
Yes.
And that one is like full on, really focused digital transport for the maximum sound quality. The CR60 is more of, I still want to play CDs, and I'm looking for some easy way how to integrate them into my setup.
Yes. I think two things we really are liking about this so far. As you've mentioned, there are a number of different ways to connect, and that flexibility is really good. But also it is such a compact piece. A lot of people these days, everybody's on their laptop and so forth. So a lot of people really want to have high quality sound, but there's just not enough room on the desktop to be able to fit. This can fit almost any place.
Yeah, it is tiny, small.
It's tiny.
And yeah, it's really like lots of people are getting it mainly for the streamers. The easiest and very affordable way how to introduce CDs back into your HiFi setup.
Yes, that's right. And a lot of people do have a lot of CDs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what we are actually seeing in Asia is lots of people are coming back to the CDs.
Yes.
Because what happened with like movie streaming services, they started being split up, and then my movie is no longer there.
Yeah.
And some people are seeing that happening even to the music nowadays. So people like to have the CDs. They want to have the physical piece, and people have collections, or you can go and buy used CDs. There are lots of markets for them, and you simply the advantage of having the CD, having the exact printing you want for a hi-fi market, I believe, is very important.
As you say, you don't have to worry about it disappearing. You've got the CD already, so it's there, and so this gives you a very affordable, I think, for what you're getting, very affordable way to take care of that CD, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I believe I'm not sure about the US pricing, that you need to check later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is SUP 300 USD, and really for that one, it packs so much features into it. It's a great starting point for the CDs.
Yes. Do you want to talk streamers a little bit?
Yeah, so this is our SM1.3. It is our newest generation of the streamers. We have been doing streamers for past 4 or 5 years, and this one is a big step forward for us. It is a brand new system, lots of improvements, Android 13, new CPU for it. So we are working much closer nowadays with the TDAL on the integration of the API. We are working with other services, slowly implementing them over the time. And the audio section of the SM1.3 is based on our SACD player.
Yes.
And that one was on the market for past 1.5 years, and is really loved for its sound. And so we took that base with the AKM flagship DAC and kind of put it behind the Android streamer. So it's the sound quality is excellent for it. And then it really pretty much depends. If you want the full-on streamer, you can go for the SM1.3. Or if you are like, I just need just SACDs or CDs, we have kind of 2 brother models for it. And then it really depends on the users. What's their main focus? If they still have the physical media, or if they need the full-on streaming services, we have the Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Tidal, Kiribati. We hope to have Roon certification for it this year. So that will be another big part of the market adding to it. And it's all in. The box is not the smallest, but it's also not the biggest.
It's not huge, no, not by any means.
And I would say the main focus of the SM1.3 is for the 2-channel setups, but we also include headphone output. And it's a bit basic, but if the headphones for you are something, because lots of people, they will have their main 2-channel setup, and then they will have headphones for evening listening.
That's right. That's how I use it.
It is more than enough for most of the headphones. It is. You cannot, like, even some of the smaller DACs can be a little bit more powerful.
Yeah.
But for this one, it is just the headphone output is very nice bonus feature kind of like coming with it.
Yes, yes. And I think one of the things that I was really hoping to get from you a little bit for our viewers is just a little bit of background on Shanling, what you did at the beginning, because there are some companies who maybe have, let's say, just entered the market, and that's not true for you guys. You've been in electronics for 30 years now. So
37 years
37
this year.
Years, yeah, almost 4 decades. So.
And I will say what's kind of special about Shanling is that as we started as the OEM for other companies,
that's right,
we have pretty much most of the manufacturing in-house.
Yes.
Like I will say displays, we don't make displays. We are not Samsung.
Right.
But all the hardware, all the shells are made in-house. We have our own software team, so that allows us to customize the system much more than if we would be relying on some third-party systems.
Outside software development, yeah, that's more iffy.
Yeah, can be so, and it simply allow us to really adjust, even on the side of the sound, because we know we have our own system for the Android to avoid any unwanted upsamplings. So we know it's running fully bit perfect, that the sound we're getting from the system is what we want for it.
Yeah, perfect. Frankie, thank you so much for spending some time with us today to talk about Shanling. We really appreciate your efforts, and we're having fun selling the products. And thanks to you for watching this video. We really love having you along. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. Click that little bell icon so you're always notified of our upcoming content. You can buy Shanling products in any of our 3 stores at Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland. You can also go to Sky by Gramophone, where you'll always get a secure checkout with fast and free shipping straight to your door. I'm Joe with Gramophone. Thank you so much for joining us today for this discussion about one of our favorite new brands, Shanling.